Welcome. With QuickBooks Online Payroll, you can give your employees time off and track it in QuickBooks. Let's learn how to set up time off in QuickBooks, how to account for it when you run payroll, how you can track how much time off employees have, and how employees can track their time off in QuickBooks Workforce. To start, select Employees. You'll need to add your paid time off policy to each employee's profile. You can either do that while you set up a new employee, or you can add them to an existing employee. The section where you add time off is the same in either case. For this example, we'll show how to do this for an existing employee. If you want to see how to add a new employee, there is a video at the end of this one to show you how. Select an employee, and then go to Additional Pay Types. Note that in QuickBooks, holiday pay is a pay type because it's separate from time off. So if you give all your employees a day off for Thanksgiving or Christmas, that is considered holiday pay. QuickBooks doesn't know which holidays you give your employees off, but as long as you select holiday as a pay type, you'll see an option for holiday pay whenever you run payroll. Next, go to Time Off. QuickBooks tracks 4 types of time off, and you can have multiple policies for each. If you give employees a single balance of paid time off, which they use for any time they're sick, on vacation, or on leave, use the paid time off option. If you give employees a separate balance for sick versus vacation pay, use those options. Note that whatever you set up for this employee, you can apply later to other employees. And if you make changes to the policy later, it'll update all employees assigned to the policy. Select the drop-down for the option that applies to the employee, and then Add New Policy. Enter a description for the policy. This is important because it's what you'll see later when you set up other employees and select the policy that applies to them. The description also appears on their paychecks. Select how they accrue paid time off. Note that if you choose anniversary date, QuickBooks uses the employee's hire date as the anniversary date. Then enter the number of hours per year, or hours worked. Add a maximum if you cap the amount of paid time off an employee can accrue. Select Save. Then enter the employee's current balance. Perform the same steps for any policy that applies. Unpaid time off is a separate balance that keeps track of time the employee can take off, but won't receive pay for. You set it up in the same way as paid time off. When you're finished, select Save. When you set up or edit an existing employee, you'll see the same policies you set up earlier, or you can enter a new one, and then enter that employee's personal balance. You can adjust these policies whenever you like by selecting the employee and editing their pay types. Let's see what it looks like when an employee uses time off. Run payroll like normal. If you need help running payroll, there is a video at the end of this one to show you how. If you or an employee entered their time off on a timesheet, QuickBooks brings that time onto the paycheck. If not, you can still add it. If you want to see their time off balance as you run payroll, select Preview Payroll and Preview Net Pay. You can see their balances and how much they're using on the current payroll here. If everything looks right, submit payroll. If you pay employees with paychecks or give them printed pay stubs, QuickBooks includes how many hours they have available. If an employee accrues time per hour worked or per paycheck, they'll see the time off they accrued with this paycheck. There are 2 ways to track how much time off an employee has. Select Reports and Vacation and Sick Leave. This report lists all their time off balances. And if you use Intuit Workforce, employees can log into their Workforce account to see their available time off hours. Now you're ready to set up, use, and monitor time off in QuickBooks Online.